There's a proper roast battle going on here between a couple of birds. In part 2, they fight with swords. There was a rabbit just ahead of me, right in the middle of this picture, to the left of that tree. What on earth is he doing out this time of day? Actually, he's been very brave at the moment, and particularly as the pug is just here. Hope he isn't injured. Luckily the pug has no hunting instinct whatsoever, so the likelihood of him harming the rabbit... Oh no, he's perfectly alright, he's gone. Oh, what a strange moment. Why I say it's odd, I mean, rabbits aren't confined to only coming out at night, they do come out in the day as well. But it's just the fact that he's sitting on an open path where there's not much food to eat because the footfall has worn the grass away. And when there's lots of people walking around with their dogs. That's a very nonchalant, or very brave rabbit. I just spotted in amongst all of these buttercups this glob of what looks like spit. Looks like sputum, doesn't it? Like someone's just hocked one up there. Colloquially it's called cuckoo spit, but in fact it's the eggs of a froghopper. There's more over here, look. There's more down here. There's more over here. Yeah, the froghopper is a little insect, and what it does is it lays its eggs in a kind of slimy, watery goo, and then frosts it all up to provide a kind of protection for the eggs. So there you go, cuckoo spit. Not spit by cuckoos. Yeah, some of the bird cherries are on the turn, starting to go red, look. They don't get that much bigger than this, to be honest, and they are very sour, but I'm told they make good jam, so I might pick a few this year if I get to them before the birds do. The brambles are coming into blossom, which the bees seem quite happy with. Blimey, it won't be long now before blackberries, will it? The first properly developed sloes are starting to appear on my favourite blackthorn bush. Look at this lot, look. Look. Don't know what's happening to that yellow one. Look at all these, look. This is where I get my sloes every year, from this one particular bush, because it's always absolutely loaded with them. And here are the first of the hawthorn berries that I found. These will go plump and bright red in a little while, but the flowers have been fertilised and are now turning into these lovely little haws. I'll be picking a few of those in a few months' time. The wonderful countryside scene, and of course the usual incredibly noisy helicopters, of which I have complained a number of times on these videos. I'm not backward about coming forward with my dislike for the noise, but what can you do? Two at once. They're just doing it on purpose now, aren't they? Just to annoy me. One up there, one down there. Where can you get a nice quiet mindful moment, eh? I thought I'd be alright walking through here. There's almost no one here, but there's some kids farting around behind me, and some bloke in the distance is mowing his lawn, and if it isn't them, it's bloody helicopters. Hope for a bit of peace and quiet sometimes. Still, visually, I can't moan, I can't complain. A bit of slow TV for you. Sycamore tree here has started producing helicopter seeds, and I did happen to notice as I walked through that this field maple has started to do the same. Now you can tell the difference by looking at the size. That's a sycamore, that's a field maple. As you can see, a little bit smaller, got that red edge to it, and the leaves are quite different as well. Here we go, that's the field maple, that's the sycamore. I mean, they're very similar, they're very, very similar. And you could easily mistake one for the other and saying, you know, well, this is a young sycamore, or that's an old field maple. The differences become more apparent the older they get. But it's not hard to tell them apart. There's no two ways about it. But at this time of year, size is the obvious factor. Lots more hawksbeard here, and here, and here. In fact, an awful lot of this lane, plus some very big thistles, and an awful lot of toadflax, which the bees absolutely love. Absolutely love it. And this has to be one of the biggest spear thistles I've ever come across. It is taller than me. It's about 6 foot high. Wow, that is a beauty. When the flowers come out, it's going to be gorgeous. Look at that. That lonely ash tree over there is not looking well. It hasn't got any foliage on it at all. That's not a good sign. That could be a sign of ash dieback, this horrible disease that's killing off all our ashes in the UK. But look in the other direction. Look at these ash trees. They're all really healthy. If we don't want that fungus to spread, that one's going to need to come down. Sadly, a couple of days later, the tree did come down because it was identified as being diseased. It's sad, but it'll protect all the other ash trees. Plus, this lovely pile of ash logs will make a nice bee and insect hotel. So, life goes on. Toodle-pip. If you've enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing. Or, click on some of these links to look at some of the other videos on the channel. Or, press the like button. Or, leave a comment. It would be lovely to hear from you. Any combination of those 4 things would be wonderful. Thank you very much.